Hello friends, today we are going to start the next chapter, that is the governance system. So straight away let's move to the answers and the questions. Which of the following best defines the term state? A community of persons permanently occupying a definite territory, independent of external control and possessing an organized government. A is the correct answer here. Which one is the most prominent element of state? So sovereignty matlab independence to take decision on its own. A state is that which has full sovereignty. For example, in our Indian constitution and in our Indian system, our parliament is a sovereign parliament. It means it has power to take its own decision. With reference to sovereignty in India, which of the following statement is correct? India is a member of Commonwealth of Nation, and sovereignty of India is curtailed due to its member of Commonwealth of Nation. No, it's not. A is the correct answer here. Now the next is Constitution of India provides for which type of governance system? It provides for the parliamentary governance system. So governance systems are of two types. One is the presidential and other one is a parliamentary system where the executive is responsible to the legislature. In a parliamentary system, legislature controls the executive. ऑल ऑफ दीज आर करेक्ट. या इसका दूसरा ऑप्शन में अगर दूसरे तरह से ऑप्शन इसका बनाया जाए तो इट वुड बी एग्जीक्यूटिव इज रिस्पॉन्सिबल टू लेजिस्लेचर. A parliamentary system of government is a one in which all political parties in parliaments are represented. The government is responsible to the parliament. The government is elected by the people and can be removed by them. And the last option is government is chosen by the parliament but cannot be removed before the completion. This is wrong. So the most appropriate definition is the government is responsible to the parliament and can be removed by it. Now question 7. The parliamentary form of government was first introduced in which country? So UK. The Indian parliamentary system is different from the British parliamentary system in India that has a system of judicial review. So British parliamentary system में judicial review का concept नहीं है, Indian constitution में है, and this judicial review का system has been brought from the USA constitution. Now we adopted parliamentary democracy based on a British model, but how does our model differ from that of the British model? As regards legislature, the British parliament is supreme or sovereign, but in India the power of parliament to legislate is limited. बिल्कुल correct. What limits it? That is the basic structure of constitution. Now in India, matter related to the constitutionality of the amendment of an act of the parliament are referred to the constitution bench by the Supreme Court. बिल्कुल correct है. So both A and B is correct. Now which of the following is not a feature of Indian constitution? Parliamentary system है, independence of the judiciary and federal system are correct. Presidential system is applicable in the case of USA. Which of the following is incorrect about the Indian political system? That is having a presidential system of government. There is a parliamentary system of government in India because the Council of Ministers is responsible to the Lok Sabha. The main advantage of parliamentary form of government is that executive remains responsible to the legislature. ये मैंने पहले बताया आपको. In the context of India, which of the following principle is or are implied institutionally in the parliamentary form of government? The members of cabinet are the members of parliament. Minister holds office till they enjoy confidence in the parliament. So both of these are correct. Now there is a third statement also. The cabinet is headed by the head of state. So this is not correct. Head of state is president, but the cabinet is headed by the prime minister. So A is the correct answer here. Which of the following statement is correct regarding parliamentary form of government? That the legislature and executives are independent, legislature is responsible. So there are different features of parliamentary form of government. Let's see here. Executive is responsible to the legislature, majority party rule, collective responsibility, nominal and real executive, political homogeneity, double membership, leader of prime minister, leadership of Prime Minister, dissolution of lower house, and secrecy of procedure. Now, out of the following statements, choose the one that brings out the principle underlying the cabinet form of government. An arrangement for minimizing the criticism against the government whose responsibilities are complex and hard to carry out satisfaction of all. This is wrong. A mechanism for speeding up the activities of government whose responsibilities are increasing day by day. The next option is a mechanism of parliamentary democracy for ensuring collective responsibility. This one is the most appropriate definition. Now, in the presidential government, all the executive powers are vested in the president. The cardinal features in the political system of India are democratic republic है, parliamentary form of government है, supreme power vests in the people of India, and it provides for a unified authority. This is wrong. So 1, 2, 3 are correct. So the next question is, consider the following statement: India is a democratic polity, India is a sovereign nation, India is a democratic society, and India is a welfare state. All of these are true. So the correct answer here is D. Now, which one of the following is not a feature of Indian polity? So, authoritarian government is not a feature. The center and state government get authority from Indian Constitution. Schedule 7 में 3 types of list are mentioned जहाँ से basically power derive होती है. Now, statement दिया है and we have to choose the correct answer. Now, assertion is that India is a democratic country and India has a constitution of its own. This is right. The reason is accurate for the assertion given. So, B is the correct answer. Which of the following is not a feature of good governance? So, red tapeism. Welfare state aims to management of welfare of weaker section. The state is everywhere, it hardly leaves a gap. This statement explains the concept of a welfare state. Which of the following is not the philosophy of the Constitution of India? Communist state is not a philosophy. Which of the following statement is correct? The Constitution of India is presidential. This is wrong. India is a titular monarchy. India is an aristocracy, and India is a parliamentary government. D is the right answer. Main source of political power is the people. Which of the following is a basic feature of presidential government? So there is single executive, that is the president. The main feature of presidential government is the head of the executive is president. The president appoints his council of minister, and the president cannot dissolve the legislature. All of these are features. In which country was the presidential form of government first formed? It was formed in the USA. आज भी USA में ही है. The democracy of India is based on the fact that the public enjoys the right to choose and change the government. Now, the democracy's superior virtues lies in the fact that it calls into activity the intelligence and character of ordinary men and women. India is a republic. That means India has no hereditary rulers in India, and republic means the president of India is elected, and it is not directly elected but indirectly elected by the people of India. India is a republic, which implies that the head of state is elected. अभी बताया मैंने. Which of the following determines that Indian Constitution is federal? Distribution of power between union and state, that is in 7th schedule. Indian Constitution is partly rigid and partly flexible. Which one of the following points differentiate the Indian parliamentary system and the British parliamentary system? It is of the judicial review. Indian system में there is an option of judicial review, whereas British system में कोई भी judicial review नहीं होता है. Assertion का क्वेश्चन है, the Constitution of India provides for a federal system. It has created a very strong center. So federal system is there, but the reason is not correct for the assertion. So B is the right answer here. Federalism is not practical in India, and India is not a federal state. It is wrong. India is a federal state, and federalism in statement A is true. Which of the following in Indian polity is an essential feature that indicates that it is federal in correct nature? The independence of judiciary safeguarded. The union legislature has elected representatives from constituent units. Union cabinet can have elected representative from regional parties and fundamental rights are enforceable. This is wrong. Federalism का मतलब होता है, the option is correct, the independence of judiciary is safeguarded. And by which article? Article 50 of the directive principle of state policy. Executive is different from judiciary, separation of judiciary from the executive. Now, which of the following is not a federal feature? Single citizenship is not a federal feature. Which unitary elements are found in the Indian federal system? So, written constitution, wrong. Rigid constitution, wrong. Supremacy of the constitution is wrong. Appointment of governor, yes, it is a unitary feature. Decentralization of power, this is also wrong, it is a federal feature. President approval on state bills, constitutional crisis, yes, this all are. And one Supreme Court, this is not a unitary feature. So D is the right answer here. यूनिटरी एलिमेंट क्या है फेडरल सिस्टम का? तो डिसेंट्रलाइजेशन ऑफ पावर, दिस इज़ रॉन्ग. अपॉइंटमेंट ऑफ गवर्नर विच इज़ डन बाय द प्रेसिडेंट, तो ये सही है. अनइक्वल रिप्रेजेंटेशन इन राज्यसभा, दिस इज़ ऑल्सो करेक्ट. जुडिशियल रिव्यू तो नहीं हो सकता. ऑल इंडिया सर्विसेज नहीं हो सकता. बाई कैमरल लेजिस्लेचर, ऑल इंडिया सर्विसेज येस, आई एम सॉरी, दिस इज़ ट्रू बिकॉज ऑल इंडिया सर्विसेज में यूपीएससी के थ्रू central governments control all the people that are employed through the all India services. So B is the correct answer. Which of the following system or the federal system of in India are incorrect? Are correct? The constitution introduces the federal system as a basic structure. This is correct, and there is a strong admix of a unitary bias. This is also correct. Both union and state legislature are sovereign. The financial and legislative and judiciary power have been divided. This is also wrong. So 1 and 2 are correct. Which of the following characteristics is not true for the unitary form of government? So idea for large country. The president of India is elected indirectly, and parliamentary system of India has been combined with republicanism. This is correct. So A is the correct answer here. Political parties are lifeblood of the democracy. Normally people blame political parties for bad governance. A is the correct answer here. Who has proposed partyless democracy in India? Both Mahatma Gandhi and Jayaprakash Narayan. The primary objective of India's federal design was to weave a nation out of its many diverse parts and protect national integration and accommodation of diversity that has built a stronger, not weaker Indian nationhood. B is the correct answer. The nature of Indian political system embodies the element of continuity and change. The Indian political system contains the element of following political system such as modern style, traditional style and saint style. A is correct. Women, Dalit, poor and minority groups are the biggest stakeholder of democracy in India. The democracy in India has emerged as a carrier for the desire of self-respect. So A is the correct answer here too. The reason for Indian constitution for being the bulkiest, so the answer is disputed here. There is no single truth among all the choices, but all are true. Which of the following statement is true? Federal form of government is in United States of America. Yes, this statement is true. Which of the following is not a feature of Indian federalism? It is a result of an agreement among the federating units. Indian federalism is called quasi-federal. India has an independent judiciary with the power of judicial review. B is the correct answer here. Indian constitution is quasi-federal. The Indian constitution is neither federal nor unitary. A is the correct answer. Nature of Indian constitution is federal in nature but unitary in spirit. Who called the Indian federalism as cooperative federalism? Austin. India is a quasi-federal state by K.C. Ware. In relation to Indian constitution, who said that Indian constitution established good balance between rigidity and flexibility? K.C. Ware. Indian constitution has not been set in a tight mold of federalism by B.R. Ambedkar. Principles of administration as myths and proverbs was set by Herbert Simon. Which of the following reflect the most appropriate relationship between law and liberty? That if there are no laws, there is no liberty. Who among the following concerned with the concept of development administration? W. Riggs. Which of the following thinkers favor similarity in public administration and private administration? Henry Fayol. If our civilization fails, it will mainly be because of a breakdown in the administration. The statement was made by B. Donham. Which of the following is not true in relation to democratic determination? That supreme power is vested in person, likewise a king. Which of the following are the main feature of rule of law? So limitation of power, equality before law, people responsibility to government, ये नहीं है, and liberty and civil rights. C is the correct answer. A constitutional government is one that places effective restriction. No, it does not. And places effective restriction on the authority of state. This one is correct. So B is the right answer. Constitutional government is defined as a limited government that is limited by the Constitution of India. Constitutional government means a government limited by the terms of Constitution. Most appropriate definition of liberty is opportunity to develop oneself fully. Implication of equality in society in absence of privilege. The political feature that are common to India and USA. Residuary power vested in center. This is wrong. Residuary power vested in the states. Wrong. President has power of pocket veto. So this is correct. Upper house has some nominated member. This is wrong. 3 is correct. In the following, which report of the second ARC Commission, barrier of good governance in India has been identified? So, citizen-centric administration, the heart of governance. Which of the following institutes are considered necessary to promote unity among diversity? So, all of these institutes. In which of the following decades the parliamentary system in India shifted from centralism to federalism? 1980s में. So with this we are done with the chapter of governance system. Thank you.